Good morning, guys. My name is Plamen. Again, it's Monday, and it's time for our weekly forecast for the currency pairs that we are looking at. And as usual, we are gonna start with the news. So, without further ado, let's begin and let's check what news to expect this week. Okay, as you can see, on Monday there's a holiday for the United States, also for the Canada. So probably not a lot of movements will happen on the market with the currencies with the US dollar. And on Tuesday there is a very important news, which is the interest rate decision for the Australian dollar. Uh, a lot of movements may happen, and I'm gonna show you what to expect with these news when they came up. And on Wednesday, we have the Global Services PMI for the US dollar. You should know that the value above 50%, above 50, is considered as good news for the economy for the country. So, as you can see here, even though they're less than the previous, the forecast is less than the previous, the points are above 50, so this is a good news for the US economy. And also we have the non-factoring PMI and the non-manufacturing PMI prices for August. So probably on Wednesday we're gonna see some good movements with the currency pairs with the US dollar. Also, there is another important news, which is the interest rate decision for the Canadian dollar. So if you trade currency pairs with the Canadian dollar, you have to make your analysis till this news, and you have to trade after the news because a lot of manipulations happens on very important news, and you have to be careful. On Thursday, we have the initial jobless claims, which came every week for the US dollar, and the crude oil inventories. And on Friday, we have the gross domestic product for the Japanese yen and the German CPI. This is important news, and probably currency pairs with the euro may see some volatility on the market. Okay, now let's move to the charts and let's see what is our technical analysis. As usual, we are gonna start with the picture from the last week, and this is euro to US dollar. This on the, let me just see, on a daily time frame. Okay, so the price was over here. We said last week we expect two options here. The first one was that the price will make a third consecutive point on this daily trend line, and we can see some down movement from there. The second option was if the price breaks this daily trend line, it should make a higher high than the previous one, probably here, then some retracement, and then we can expect huge up movement. But as you can see, what happened, the price made a third consecutive point here with an engulfing candle and started to go down. Okay, now what we expect for the upcoming week. If we take a look on the daily time frame, the price is still going down, but it hasn't broke this low over here and it is now on the weekly trend line here. So if we take a look on the weekly time frame, there is a possibility that the price will make an engulfing candle right here with a divergency and a Fibonacci retracement. So on the daily time frame, we can expect something like this. If this candle closes higher than the previous one, it will become an engulfing candle, and from here we can see a very strong impulse wave, something like this. But this on a weekly time frame, so it will happen very slowly. On the daily time frame, the situation is different. The price is still continuing to go down. So if this third consecutive point is performing, probably we can see a breakout on this low over here, and the price will continue to the next daily level, which is at around 1.0635. And on the 4-hour time frame, there is a chance that the price after these two impulse wave will make a retracement right here and some down movement again, probably from here to here. But if the price breaks this trend line, and if breaks this high and this one, probably it will be a new impulse wave up around here, some retracement to retest these highs, and another up movement, which is it will match with the weekly time frame. But if we don't see a breakout on this high over here, we cannot talk about new impulse waves up, so we have to wait. Now let's move to pound to US dollar. Let's take a look at the picture. It was on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's see. Well, the price was just here. Also, here we expected two things. After this strong impulse wave, there is a chance that the price will make a retracement to some of the levels of Fibonacci or this zone right there and to see a new down movement. The second option was if the price broke this high over here, we may see a new bullish impulse wave. Well, the price reached this zone right there. It made a very good movement, but later in the week, there was news for the US dollar, and you can see that the price after this up movement that broke these highs right there, it made two down movements which are respecting this daily trend line. There it is. And now, what are the expectations for the upcoming week? First, if we take a look on the weekly time frame, there is still a chance, pretty much as euro to US dollar, this to be the impulse wave, this is the retracement, and we may see here a candlestick formation, something like a morning star, and with a divergency, there is a good chance to see another strong up movement, something like this to break this high right there. This on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, as we told you last week, this is a head and shoulders pattern, and now it's still valid, this head and shoulders. But if the price breaks this high over here and make a retest, the strategy is going to be ruined and probably the price will go up, something like this. As you can see, the price didn't break this low right there, so there is a chance that we may see something like this. But on the 4-hour time frame, what we can see here, well, after this strong impulse wave that broke these highs right there, the price pushed back from this daily trend line, and now this is the new impulse wave right there. From here to here. So there is a chance the price here we have a point of interest which is on the 4-hour time frame. It also matches perfectly with the 1-hour time frame point of interest. So there is a chance the price to go a little bit up to reach the trend line again and to see some down movement from there. As you can see, there is a lot of chances on pound to US dollar on the different time frames, and you have to trade what you see, not what you think it's gonna happen, because this is the important thing in trading, not to expect anything, but to trade what you see it's performing on the market. Okay, this is for pound to US dollar. Let's move to euro to Japanese yen. And let's take a look at the picture from the last week. It was on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so the price was right here. And what we said we expect last week. We expected the price after this strong impulse wave right there. Here we had a very good point of interest. There it is. And we expected the price to reach this point of interest and to see some pushback from this high right there. As you can see, the price reached the point of interest and it even break it a little bit, and then the price made the strong down movement. There it is. Now, what is the analysis for the upcoming week? First, let's take a look at the daily time frame. As you can see, the price is still at this daily trend line. Now it made on the daily time frame a new impulse wave. This is a retracement, but we can say that probably this is a new impulse wave downwards. So on the daily time frame, there is a chance that probably the price is making something like a head and shoulders, but the left shoulder is too big. I mean, it's pretty much like the head here, so this is not a very good pattern. But on the 4-hour time frame, what we can see, the price has made a lower low than the previous one, and now this is the new impulse wave. The option here is that the price will make some retracement to the imbalance right there, or to the new point of interest which we have on this new high right there. So there is a chance the price to make a retracement to the imbalance or to the point of interest and to see another strong impulse wave, bearish impulse wave, something like this. This on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's move to pound to Japanese yen, and the situation here is pretty much the same. First, let's take a look at the picture. There is, let me just draw this one. Okay, last week we said that we were expecting after this impulse wave some retracement to happen, and as you can see, the price made the retracement, it reached this point of interest and even break it a little bit, and then made the new down move. Okay, for this week, if we take a look on the daily time frame, there is a chance that the price here is making a double top pattern, which is a trend reversal pattern. But for now, we don't have a entry on this double top pattern. The price should break this low right there, and if it makes this movement and if the price breaks this low right there, there is a good chance that the price will make a very strong down movement, first to this low right there, some retracement, and another down movement. This is on the daily time frame. But also there is a chance, if you can see, the price is still pushing back from this trend line. And if today this candle closes like an engulfing candle, also there is a chance that it will continue to go up, even though that the price is pretty high on the charts. These are two options which are on the daily time frame. And if we take a look on the 4-hour time frame, the situation here is like euro to Japanese yen. Here we had two impulse waves, but the price broke the previous low. So there, this is the new impulse wave right there, and the price now is making a retracement. Here we may see a retracement to the point of interest, the new one, which is on this high right there. And if the price reach this point of interest, probably a divergence may happen, and there is a possibility that the price will make a pushback to the previous low, and if it breaks all these lows right there, probably some retracement will happen and another strong down movement. Also, there is a chance that the price will reach the upper point of interest. There is also very good chance this also pretty good point of interest, and we have to watch what exactly the price will do. Okay, euro to Australian dollar. This is from last week picture. Okay, here last week we expected that this is a flag strategy and probably it will break the lower line on the flag and we may see some down movement. The second option was that the price will reach the imbalance or the supply zone and then to see the down movement, the new impulse wave. Okay, Well, the price didn't reach the imbalance and the supply zone, but it still made the down movement as we expected. It broke the flag. There it is, right here. It made an up movement, and after that it broke all these lows right there. So last week we had a new impulse wave, a retracement, and now we can see another down movement right there. This on the 4-hour time frame. It's not much clear what exactly is going to happen on the 4-hour time frame, and we have to look euro to Australian dollar on the higher time frames, like the daily one. So there are two options here. First, if we take a look, we have a very good trend line right there, and there is a good chance the price to push back and to push back from the levels of Fibonacci, level 50%, and to see some up movement with a confirmation, of course, with a candlestick formation. The second option is that here we have a double top strategy, which is on the weekly level. So this is a very strong double top strategy. And there is a chance the price from here to continue to go down to the weekly trend line right there and all these lows right here. These are the two options for the euro to Australian dollar. If we here we see some engulfing candle, and if the news which are expected to be negative for the Australian dollar and this candle closes bullish and engulfs the previous one, probably this will continue to go up to the weekly level, which is at around 1.72. But we have to be careful, we have to trade after the news, and we have to wait the news to come to take some decisions what trades we can perform. Okay, pound to Australian dollar, the situation is pretty much the same. Let's take a look at the picture from the last week. There is, we said we are expecting the price to make a retracement after this strong impulse wave, and as you can see, it is still making the retracement we are expecting. Now the price is around the level 50 on the Fibonacci. We also have a divergence here, but there is a good chance that the price, if today closes like an engulfing candle, to do exactly like the euro to Australian dollar, to see some new strong bullish impulse wave. This on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, the things are not looking very good. As you can see, some rage here, down movement, up movement. It broke the all these lows right there, and it broke the high right here. So it is not clear on the 4-hour time frame, and it's better to look at this currency pair on the daily time frame. Okay, euro to New Zealand dollar. Let's see what we expected last week. It was on the 4-hour time frame. And here is the picture. Okay. What we said last week, after the strong impulse wave, we were expecting the price to reach the supply zone and or the point of interest right there. Also, we had a very good point of control right here. And we expected the price to reach the point of control and to make a new strong down movement. As you can see, the price exactly reached the I've deleted my point of control, but it's exactly right here. The price reached the supply zone and there is the new strong bearish impulse wave. There is. It broke the trend line, the 4-hour trend line. And now what we can expect for the upcoming week. If we take a look again on the daily time frame, there are two options. Okay, there are two options right here. Here we have a possibility for the third consecutive point on the daily trend line, and if this candle closes engulfing the previous one, we may see another strong impulse wave, something like this. But also there is a chance that this is also a double top pattern, which is already good to enter in short position. Now the price probably is making a retest here. And there is also a chance that the price will make a bearish impulse wave. And the situation here is not very clear. First, we have a third consecutive point for mm, long positions, but we also may enter in some short positions. If this it depends how this candle is gonna close today. If it closes like an engulfing candle, we may enter in some long positions. And if the price breaks this high right there, probably we may see a movement to the next daily level at around 1.86. But if it continues to go down and breaks this trend line, probably the double top pattern is gonna be stronger and we may see some bearish movement. On the 4-hour time frame, after this impulse wave, which was from the supply zone, there is a good chance that the price will make a retracement because here we have a new point of interest. And if it makes the retracement and we see some pushback from the point of interest, probably we may see this movement to break this low right there, some retracement and another strong down movement. This is for euro to New Zealand dollar, pound to New Zealand dollar. The picture from last week was on the 4-hour time frame. And there is. Here we were expecting a triangle pattern, and as you can see, the price didn't make the needed points to enter in a trade, so the price made a new down movement which broke these lows right there. We were expecting if the price breaks on the upper side to reach the point of interest at this high right there, and then to see some down movement. But as you can see, the price is making some side movement. There it is. And from Thursday, it made a new impulse wave downwards, which broke the previous low right there. What we can expect, what is our analysis this week? If we take a look on the daily time frame, after this strong impulse wave, the price has made two retracement, but didn't reach the levels of the Fibonacci. It didn't reach level 50 on the Fibonacci retracement. So if this candle closes like engulfing, with the help of the news, probably we may see some up movement. But on the 4-hour time frame, here we have another point of interest, something like this. And after this strong impulse wave, now the price is making a retracement. So we may see some pushback from this point of interest. And with a confirmation, we may enter in some short positions. We may see some strong bearish movement again. This is for pound to New Zealand dollar. And finally, let's take a look at the gold as usual. I think the picture was on 1-hour time frame. No, it was on the 4-hour. Okay, so here was the price. We were expecting that the price will reach the 4-hour trend line and we may see some new up movement from here. And there it is. The price made a little bit side movement and it reached the 4-hour trend line and look what it did. A very good impulse wave upwards, which broke the daily level. And now it's making a retracement after the news in Friday. The very important news. First, the price made a new up movement, then it broke the previous low. And what we can expect from the gold, as you know, we are looking the gold on the smaller time frames, 4-hour and the daily one. And here, after this side movement. Right there, the price broke the previous highs, it took the liquidity and it break this structure, so we are expecting that the price may go a little bit up to make a pushback from this point of interest and to see some down movement to the trend line again. This point of interest is on the 15 minutes time frame. And the other option is if it breaks this high. If it breaks the point of interest, probably some retracement to this high right there and another up movement for gold to US dollar. These are the two options that we expect for the gold to US dollar. And guys, this is our technical analysis for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, hit the like button, share the video with your friend so more people to know about our analysis. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.